expired. Senator Seselja.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Assistant Minister for Social Services, Senator Fifield. Can the minister confirm that the age pension will continue to increase every 6 months under this government?
I'm not going to give you the call. When there's silence, you are entitled. Those on my left are not helping the conduct of question time at all. The Assistant Minister for Social Services, Senator Fifield.
Thank you, Mr President, and I'm very happy to confirm for Senator Seselja and for all Senate colleagues that the age pension will continue to increase and the pension supplement will continue to be paid. Mr President, age pension payments are increasing and they will continue to increase twice each year to keep up with the cost of living. In March this year, the pension rate increased by a maximum of $15.70 a fortnight for single pensioners and $11.90 a fortnight for each member of a couple. The pension will increase again in September, and that is the reality. But, Mr President, you could well be forgiven for having a different perspective, for having construed a different fact, and that is because of the outrageous and really quite irresponsible scare campaign that those opposite have run, which has caused needless concern for Australia's aged pensioners. And in fact, Mr President, I recently came across a brochure which was authorised by a Senator D. Cameron. And let me just tell you, Mr President, what this brochure by Senator D. Cameron said. It said, and I quote, "Aged pensioners lose $876 per annum seniors supplement." Mr President, that was a lie. Senator Cameron and the Australian Labor Party know full well that aged pensioners do not receive the senior supplement. Indeed, Senator Brandis, they never have. They didn't receive it under Labor and they don't receive it now. What some pensioners do receive is the pension supplement. And I'm pleased to inform the Senate that pensioners will keep their pension supplement, and indeed the supplement will increase again in September. Mr President, I'm an optimist, and I beseech those opposite to cease their scare campaign, to not needlessly concern Australia's aged pensioners.
Your time has expired. Order. Senator Seselja.
Thank you, Mr President. Can the minister explain the pension-related measures in the budget and why they are necessary?
The Minister.
Thank you, Mr President and Senator Seselja. There will be changes to indexation arrangements.
Senator Fifield, resume your seat. On my left. On my left. Order. Yeah. Senator Fifield. Senator Fifield. Senator Fifield.
Thank you, Mr President and Senator Seselja. There will be changes to indexation arrangements and the eligibility threshold for the age pension in 3 years' time. And from July 2025, the qualifying age to receive the age pension will continue to increase from 67 years by 6 months every 2 years until it reaches 70 years. We are keeping our commitment to the Australian people, ensuring that changes will not come into effect until after the end of this parliamentary term. It'll come as no surprise, I know, to colleagues that Australia's population is ageing. We're living longer, we're living better. That's something to be celebrated. And it's incumbent upon all governments to ensure that we get the policy settings right, to make sure that our safety net is sustainable, not just now but into the future. That's why we're doing this, because we want to reinforce and underpin that safety net.
Senator Seselja.
Thank you. What other measures is the government taking to reduce the cost of living for all Australians?
Order. Minister.
Thank you, Mr President and Senator Seselja. We are concerned about cost of living on this side of the chamber. If those on the other side of the chamber were concerned about the cost of living, they would join with us and vote for the repeal of the carbon tax. Because we know that the average Australian household will be $550 a year better off with the abolition of the carbon tax.
Order.
But, Mr President, not only are we abolishing with the help, I hope, of those others opposite, because I'm an optimist, not only are we seeking to abolish the carbon tax, but we are keeping the compensation that was put in place in order to offset the effects of the carbon tax. So carbon tax gone, but compensation there. That is a serious cost of living measure. That is a serious effort by this government to do something practical and concrete for cost of living of aged pensioners and all Australians. And, Mr President, I say I'm an optimist. I keep my fingers crossed that those opposite
Order. Time has expired.